Are you having trouble with your vehicle not starting, where the starter will turn over but the ignition just will not fire, and you're kind of scratching your head what's going on? Your solenoid is good, you have voltage on the ignition side of it, you have voltage coming from the coil, but it's not getting to the spark plugs. Hey YouTubers, I'm Jacob, and this is a how-to video for replacing the cap and rotor on a distributor on my 79 Bronco. This applies to all 70 series Ford motors with the 351M or 400, and can be applied to any other Ford product as well. You can use a multimeter, plug it into the end of one of the spark plug wires, like pull your first spark plug, connect the positive on there, connect the negative to the negative on your battery, try and start it, and if you get no voltage, it's most likely the distributor cap or rotor. Now, contacts on the underside can become worn over time. On the rotor here, it could be worn, the spring can be worn down or black. A lot of these contacts can be black, corroded, preventing it from getting spark. Now this is a non-HEI distributor. I still have the separate ignition box. So you notice here on the cap, it actually shows you where number 1 is, and that's really good because it's the most important one to go off of. And I'll throw up a diagram here on the order of how they fire. Now the best way to do it is to just go off of the way you've got it hooked up already. Don't pull all the wires off, because you could one by one pull them off and plug them into the new cap and then seat it down in place. So I've gone ahead and disconnected the negative on the battery, and the first thing I'm going to do is disconnect the coil feed in the center here, so just give me more room. Then there's a clip here on this side, right there, and a clip on the back side. Pop that off, and I know my number 1 is over here. I should just be able to pull it up. And before I start changing out the wires, I'm going to change the rotor. Here's the rotor, and you just pull it straight up. And there's something actually fell out of there, but there is a indentation on there, so there's really only one way you can put it on. You can't mess up the timing. See that contact, it is pretty worn, and here's the new one. It's much better. I have number 1 here. I'm gonna go ahead and just put it on. So here's number 1. All right, so it's still having some trouble starting. There was definitely some issues with that distributor cap and the rotor. At least I've ruled that out and replaced those parts. They look like they needed to be replaced, but I'm guessing it could be the ignition box maybe going out. That's a fairly cheap part too, so that could be the next culprit in the ignition system, because I literally replaced just about everything else in this ignition system. So I guess it could be that, or it could even be spark plug wires. Pretty rare, but usually all the wires would have to go out in order to cause starting issues like that.